Hello and welcome to Books of Blood. My name is John, and today I've got a review of Drop, and this is by H.D. Kirkland III. It's been 3 days since I finished this book, and I'm going to be honest with you, I'm still trying to wrap my head around what it is that I read exactly. All right. The nearest I'm gonna try to give the synopsis as best I can to tell you about what the book is about the best I can, and then try my best to give you my thoughts on it. Okay. So basically, what this book is about is you got these 3 guys. You got your narrator is told in the first person. I don't think it ever gives the narrator's name. Anyway, he's got these 2 friends. One of his friends is Hess. And Hess seems to be like your typical stoner, all right? Then he's got another friend, and his friend's name is Jacob. Now, Jacob is the sheriff's kid of the town. Now, his dad's been taking care of him ever since their mom passed away, and it's kind of affected Jacob, all right? So he's a little more sensitive, maybe a little more innocent than the narrator and Hess are. Anyway, they lied to the dad and tell him, hey, they're going to a jazz festival in Pensacola. Now, they live in Alabama. He tells them they're going to a jazz festival in Pensacola, Florida. And so what they're doing instead is they're getting together with these 2 girls. I think one of them's name is Leah. Leah, I believe, yes. And the other one's name is, I believe, Helen. And they're going to go off into the woods, and they're going to get high, all right? So they stop by this house of this guy named Chris, and Chris, if you think Hess is a stoner, this guy Chris makes Hess look like Mr. Rogers and Pat Boone rolled into one. That's how much of a stoner this guy Chris is. I mean, he is completely, absolutely wasted, all right? So they buy this stuff from him, or they get this stuff from him, and it's like this liquid, and I think it's supposed to be LSD. And they take a hit of it, and man, this stuff, they all take a hit of it. And they're off in the woods, all right, and they take a hit of it, and this stuff is about as trippy as you can get as far as a drug is concerned. Now, little side story about this is when they're off in the woods, they find these graves, and these graves are the graves of these children from back in the Civil War days. And none of them are over 6 years old when they died. So one of them tells the story about this fella that was a child murderer back during the days of the Civil War. And that kind of, I guess you could kind of say it sets things in motion to where what could have been a nice peaceful trip turns into something something evil, all right? Again, like I said, I'm still trying to wrap my head completely around the whole plot of this book. Now, that is not a slight on the author. The author is a fantastic author. This is his first novella, and I know there's going to be more from him in the future because he is that damn good, all right? I mean, the dude can write his ass off. Just because I can't wrap my head around it don't mean he's a bad writer, all right? Anyway, one thing starts to happen, and this just drug or whatever it is just makes these guys freak out, all right? But then there's also something else. There's something else within them, something demonic, I guess you could say. It's not just a bad trip, it's a demonic trip. And pretty much all hell breaks loose, and you're talking about going from this, kind of idyllic drug trip and everything to this, to where like I said, this bloody, gory finale or climax or whatever. In fact, one of the characters pretty much has a conversation not with something that is evil, but with evil itself. And I hope that's not spoiling too much. Again, like I said, I'm still trying to wrap my head around what this book is about. But basically it's about a bad trip where these guys just meet up with something pretty fucking evil, okay? Now Now, I told my wife the other day, I told her, I said, you know what? I said, I've always wanted to try LSD just to see what it's like one time. But I have an addictive personality. I'm not going to lie about that. I'm probably telling you guys too much about myself, but I don't care, whatever. It's not like I'm giving my personal information as far as my credit card numbers and stuff like that. Anyway, this book, Drop, they've always said that when you do LSD that you should never do it in a situation that's going to mess with your head too bad. Like, in other words, you don't want to hit LSD and then watch the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, because that is going to mess your head up pretty dang bad to where you may actually do things to yourself or somebody else to cause them harm. What you want more is a situation like when they took the mushrooms at the beginning or so of Midsummer, where you got the nice trees, you got the grass, it's beautiful outside, just that kind of thing. This book here is like I said, I've always wanted to try it, but I won't, don't get me wrong. But this book here is like I took a hit of LSD while watching the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Yeah, it turns it from a nice, sweet little trip into a bloody affair. And originally, on my Goodreads, I gave this 3 stars. And I'm thinking to myself, that's not doing it justice. It's better than 3 stars. I'm going to give this a book a 4-star rating, and I'm going to go and change that on Goodreads. So HD, if you are watching this, yeah, I'm bumping you up to a 4-star read, because you did a fantastic job. Just because my dumb ass can understand it too well, shouldn't be a slight on you, all right? So anyway, that is my kind of sort of half-ass review of Drop. Trippy book. Trippy, gory, bloody, weird book. All right? 4 stars. So I'm going to post this tomorrow afternoon around 2:30 in the afternoon. It's a Wednesday right now. So until then, you guys enjoy the rest of your evening and take care. Thank you. Bye-bye.